Hello, everybody. This is Grant from Mad Rat coming to you live from Mad Rat. How can I help? So, there's been something that has definitely been coming on my mind, kind of in and out since, this past weekend, and I'd like to talk about it with y'all. I know this is the worst I've looked in a while. I had to really get up here. It's been a weird morning, but anyways, today I want to talk about Yugi-Doomers. Yes, I haven't heard this before, the Yugi-Doomers. And basically, I just want to talk about how they're pissing me off. And they are not good for the Yu-Gi-Oh! Ecosystem. So, who are the Yugi-Doomers? Well, it is not really the average people. It is the people who are creating content who are going, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is dying. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is not, selling as good. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is in a bad place. Yu-Gi-Oh! Blah, blah, blah. Negative Yu-Gi-Oh! Shit. And the thing is it emboldens the Yu-Gi-Oh! Ecosystem to all shit talk Yu-Gi-Oh!, which decreases the sales and makes the problem worse. People have to understand that they have a lot of influence, okay? They can say, yes, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is good despite everything, or Yu-Gi-Oh! Is bad because of everything. It's all about living in the present and what you do with it, okay? These Yugi-Doomers only live in the past. Oh my gosh, it was so much better in the past. Or they live in the present. It'll get better in the future because Justice Hunters are next set. But it's all about living in the present and what you can do with Yu-Gi-Oh! In the present. And it's all about just, how do I say it? But I don't really know, like, what could make Yu-Gi-Oh! Better except you, right? You buying the product, you supporting the game, you making things fun, playing casually, playing with your own experiment formats. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a very creative game. And if the standard format isn't doing it for you, there are other ways to make it fun, right? And if it's not for you, fine, it's not for you. But I'm just talking about the Yu-Gi-Oh! People on the top who are constantly just debating about the death of Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, wait a minute, aren't you guys, like, dependent on Yu-Gi-Oh!, to get your channel running? I just remember one of them saying, "Oh, every single YouTuber for Yu-Gi-Oh! Is going down." I wonder why it's going down. I don't know, maybe because it's the 17,000th time people are hearing that Yu-Gi-Oh! Is dying. I think that the influence that we have for Yu-Gi-Oh! Is not killing the game, but it's hurting our ecosystem. And it's making people more pessimistic about the game that we all love. And it needs to stop. Y'all need to stop debating whether Yu-Gi-Oh! Is dying, and you just need to enjoy the game that you have now, okay? And here's the thing, and this is what I want to express the most. Every card game has bad sets, okay? Every card game has bad sets. Pokemon had Stellar Crown and Journey Together. Those were flop sets. But no Pokemon people going, oh, Pokemon's dying because I had one bad set. I think that people just look at one bad set and they say it's done with Yu-Gi-Oh! And that just needs to stop. It needs to stop because every, like, for every bad set, there is a good set. For every Alliance Insight, there's a Battles of Legends. For every Duelist Advance, there is a Justice Hunters. And you just have to wake up to the fact that it's not all bad. And what these people are telling you on the top is just probably for clicks and views. It's probably for clicks and views. I think it's hard to get YouTube videos, soaring unless, you wake up the masses. You say Yu-Gi-Oh! Is dying and therefore everybody flocks. And everybody says, yep, I haven't played since blah, blah, blah. Anyways, I know I've just been regurgitating all these thoughts, but I really do think it's true. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is not dying. I don't even think Yu-Gi-Oh! Is in a bad place. You know what the craziest thing about these videos are? They're saying that the last Yu-Gi-Oh! Big tournament had the most people playing. Yet, for whatever reason, they can't just see that, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is doing just fine. Oh, I didn't see people that are playing before. Yeah, because you saw new people. There's a new fucking generation playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And you just want to ignore the fact that there were more people than ever playing in that tournament? Like, bruh, the mental gymnastics these motherfucking Yugi-Doomers are doing is just insane. It's insane. And people eat that shit up. It's insane. Oh, man, I'm gonna get canceled for this. Because I'm probably the stupidest person in the room. Or not, I don't know. But I'm tired of the pessimism, okay? Shut up and duel, because that's all you're gonna do. All these big Yugi tubers that are saying Yu-Gi-Ohs are dying, what's gonna happen next? They're gonna make a video, next thing they know, they're gonna be enjoying the game. Shut up and duel, and stop saying that Yu-Gi-Oh's dying, okay? It's a epidemic that's fucking up our ecosystem, and it's just, I don't understand, like, I don't get the logic here. Yu-Gi-Oh is dying, therefore, is it that you want to watch it burn? Is that it? You want to watch Yu-Gi-Oh! Burn? I don't know. I mean, y'all's channels literally depend on Yu-Gi-Oh! Succeeding. So why do you guys just keep mentioning that the game is dying? Why do I have, you know, why do I have to deal with this? Like, why do I have to go through that depression? Why do I have to go through that anxiety? Why do I have to go, man? Because here's the thing. I think the ultimate thing is this. I lose confidence in the product that I sell when I'm being told that the game is dying. I'm being told that this is, like, oh, there's a $30 Yu-Gi-Oh set. I mean, that's the way it is in Japan. That's the way it is in the Asian countries. Yu-Gi-Oh's always been cheap there because Yu-Gi-Oh's not an investor thing, okay? And here's the thing. Duelist Advance has a $200 card in it. Some Pokemon sets can't even reach that height. And y'all are just so obsessed with the fact that there has to be something to collect in order for a set to be good. I don't know where this comes from, right? Because Yu-Gi-Oh! Has always been a game. It has always been a game. And you know what? Here's the thing. Yeah, the format is whatever, not the best, or it's the best. I don't know. They just can't make up their minds. They can't be creative enough to find alternative. Oh, every format is just solved. Solve it! Solve it yourself! Do something yourself! I don't know. Just all these complaints about Yu-Gi-Oh! They piss me off. They always piss me off. I just wish that the Yu-Gi-Oh! Community was way more optimistic, and it starts from the top. It starts from the top. Y'all, people who are, and I'm not going to name any names, but the people at the top who are saying Yu-Gi-Oh! Is dying for some reason, or making a love letter to Yu-Gi-Oh! Because there's not enough of a player base, are actually brain dead. They are actually brain dead to the wider community. They're not going out as much, they're just sitting there and just living in La La Land, and it's sad. It's really sad, and I think I'm too pissed off to say any more about it. Do some actual thinking, okay? Quit hurting the ecosystem that you love, because if you keep doing this, Yu-Gi-Oh! Will actually die, and you guys will have no more views, and then y'all gonna have to put the fries in the bag. And I could just move on to any other card game because I'm just doing fine. But y'all motherfuckers, you can move on to Elestrals. Let's see how that goes for you. Anyways, this is Grandpa Bad Rat. I hope you had a good video. Please like, subscribe, comment, and tell me your thoughts on the Yugi Doomers. Have a good day.